Hey everybody, it's Andy Baryer, aka Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com, and this is video number 3 of 3 on tech that I personally use that helped me lose weight during 2020 and 2021. Now, this one, we're all talking all about wearables and what I use on my wrist, and frankly, this is probably the most important of all 3 products. Now, if you haven't watched video 1 or 2, make sure you watch those ones before you watch this one. But without further ado, let's get it. Cue in that intro. Another Huawei product, and this one is on my wrist. This is the Huawei Band 6. This is your activity tracker. You know these. They're all the different types of brands out there. Garmin has some. Fitbit has them. There's a lot to choose when it comes to wearables. But guess what? Guess what the Band 6 does that no other wearable that I have tried does? It measures jump rope. Like, you know how you can measure steps? Everyone's like, oh, you got to take 10,000 steps. Think about it. If you know me or if you don't know me, I got addicted. I taught myself how to jump rope in 2020 off YouTube when the gyms closed down and everything was shut down and we were all sitting at home. I went on YouTube, I bought a $12 rope, and I taught myself. And over the course of a year, I made huge improvements in my jump rope to the point that I am completely addicted to it. And that, my friends, is the other secret. It's the lowest tech you could ever think about. Literally a rope. They've been using it since the Egyptian times, but I'm telling you, a rope, a jump rope, and the Huawei Band 6 go together like cereal and milk. Like, frankly, when it had jump rope, I was like, this is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. This is like everything I've wanted in a wearable. I had stopped wearing wearables. I was an early adopter in the wearables. Started jumping rope. I'm like, cool, I don't want to count my steps. I want to count my jumps. Huawei comes, and I was like, does this work? Does this work? And you know what I did? I went to the gym like a freaking laboratory, said, all right, I'm going to do the boxer step, which is this jump where you're just going to alternate feet. It's a really good skill to learn if you want to get into jump rope. Man, I should make jump rope videos. Why am I not making jump rope videos? I keep saying I'm going to make jump rope. I just don't feel like I'm good enough. But here, sorry, I digress. So I wanted to see how accurate this was. So I do the boxer step. And I said, as soon as I screw up, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to see if the Huawei Band 6 can tell if I tripped. That's what it calls when you screw up. You make a trip. So I'm doing it. I trip. I look. And guess what? It's accurate. They figured it out. They got this algorithm. I can't remember what it's called, man. True something. This algorithm is really, really good. It is accurate. And the one thing I've been looking for is just accurate data. Not dirty. Well, sometimes I like dirty data, but not this kind of dirty data. I want accurate data. And this is accurate, clean data for jump ropes. And what that did was turn me into a beast. Like full on beast mode, where now every day I try to jump for 10 minutes straight without tripping. And so far my record, I think it's 546. I actually have a screen recording of this, so we'll have to look at it. It was 546. And what's cool about this, now I feel like I should have just made an entire video on the Huawei Band. So I could just keep going because they have 96 workout modes. They have all day freaking that SPO that can measure your oxygen levels. It can track your sleep. We'll have to talk about that in a little bit later. But the heart rate monitor, again, is very, very accurate. So not only is it telling my jumps, it is also telling me the heart rate while I'm jumping. This, my friends, is the data that I have been looking for all my life. And Huawei, gotta give credit where credit is due. You guys came out with a wearable that measures jump rope, and Handy Andy is forever grateful for that because y'all changing my life. I am becoming a jump rope ninja, all because I got Huawei on my wrist. All right, like not only that, sometimes I got Huawei in my ears, my phone, like yo. Okay, People in North America don't understand. They're like, why is Andy like really into Huawei? Because like I look at all this stuff as like tools, right? Like it's a tool. Like a hammer is a hammer. If it does the job, if you got like a Swiss Army knife and it does everything you want it to do, you're gonna like it. You don't care what the name or the brand is. And that's the way I look at technology products. I don't walk in saying, oh, it's Apple, it must be good. You know, I don't know. I look at it as a tool. Does it do what I want it to do? And I gotta say, I gotta give credit to Huawei, because every time I review their products and I compare it to everything else on the market, I'm just like, damn, no wonder you're one of the biggest telecommunication company in the world. Now, that said, Huawei's in the news for all the wrong reasons. There's a whole geopolitical thing going on. But I cannot deny the technology. I cannot deny that this thing on my wrist can measure jump ropes accurately. So much so that every time I jump, the first things I do is I turn it on and then I jump. It will tell you even your longest streaks of your jumps, how many calories you burn when you jump, the heart rate, like I said, and that's just the jumping. We haven't even talked about when going for a run. It can track your run. So every time I go to the gym now, what do I do when I leave my house? Got to time it. And it's about 6 minutes and 40 seconds it takes me, tells me how many steps I take as I'm running, my pace, distance. Guys, I'm telling you, the Huawei Band 6, you know what? Out of all of these, this is the one that I'm going to recommend the most. If you had one tech product to get fit, you got to say this. Now, I also mentioned that it can track sleep, and they say they got all this technology to do it. From my test, the sleep data does not seem accurate. There's times where I go to sleep at like 10, I get up at maybe 5:36, and it's like, you slept like 3 hours. I'm like, no, I didn't. I had a good sleep. I feel great, but I don't know if it's the movement. Huawei, if you're listening to this, please, I need to figure out why this thing is not accurate on that, because you did a pretty good job on everything else. Everything else I got to give you props for, especially the heart rate and the jumps, the steps. I think they're all accurate, but the sleep, that's the missing piece. But I feel bad because I feel like I had too much expectations on this. Like you're supposed to be the all-encompassing wearable. And it kind of is. It kind of is. However, it's trying to be almost like too much, and maybe there's things that aren't working. I don't know. Maybe it needs an update. I don't know. But I don't even care. Honestly, if I wanted a sleep wearable, I'll wear something to sleep for that. All I care about is you are the first wearable to give me jumps. I jump rope every day. I now have a six-pack because I jump rope so much. Did you know that? Jump rope gives you a six-pack. I didn't know that. If somebody told me that 20 years ago, I would have started jumping rope 20 years ago, man. I've been walking around like Genuine, man. Like Usher, man. I'd be just like, yo, no. You know how weird it is to be like in a fortnight, I'm turning 41, and now I have abs. I could have went through all my youth with abs. All I needed was a rope. Well, I guess like this would have helped too, but you didn't have this like 20 years ago. But you get what I'm saying. Anyways, folks, I have ranted so much about this, but I just want to say that to get fit takes a lot of hard work, a lot of grit, man. If you're a gritty person, you can lose weight. You got to be consistent. You got to be gritty. You got to set your goals, and you know what? Some tech can help you get there. So definitely, if you're trying to get fit, and if you want to use what I use, get yourself a smart scale, get yourself some headphones. If you're really geeky like me, you have different headphones for different occasions, like jump rope and strength training. And also get yourself a wearable so you can track your steps, your heart rate. Basically, you track your workouts. And what you have to do is always try to beat yesterday. So don't try to look like, Brad Pitt or The Rock. Try to be better than who you were yesterday. And if you can continue doing that, and then you put the data in your phone, you are going to see beautiful data. You can even share that data with your friends, and they can all give you a pat on the back. And you know what? You can then motivate your friends to do the same. Folks, I have talked way too much. If you want more information about me, please hit me up on the social and on my website, handyandymedia.com. That's where you can get all the information. And if you haven't, please, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and tell your friends. Lose some weight. If you have any questions, of course, leave those below as well. Folks, it's Handy Andy signing out. I'm going to go jump some rope. So we'll talk to you again next time. Bye for now.